everyone, another special edition over here. As you can see, I've titled inside the video, I believe that by a million miles, Donald Trump will be much better than Kamala Harris within regards to the topic of Israel. And I would think personally that it would be much more suited for Israel and possibly for the benefits of America if he was going to win the American elections. Come what, only in a short period of time, it's going to be the elections over here. Now, many different reasons for this. And I want to praise Donald Trump, especially the last tenure he had, especially before he lost the 2020 presidential election. Because what did he do for Israel? He did many great things. First of all, the Abraham Accords over there was a phenomenal achievement, in my opinion, over there. One of the greatest things he did many years back was that he recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, which no other president had done before. Many presidents spoke about it, but they didn't do it. But he actually did it over there. And technically, we don't need a president to tell us that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. It's been always the capital of Israel. It's always been the place we're davening as Jewish people every single day inside the Shemona Esrei Tefillot, especially with Shacharit, Mincha, Arvit, Tefillot, the prayers over there. We always have our heart. When we're standing inside the Shemona Esrei prayers, we're standing towards Jerusalem, towards the place where the Bet HaMikdash actually is going to be resting on Be'ezrat Hashem. Now it's going to be coming. So you recognize it, and that was definitely something very benevolent also. He had at that point in time the deal of the century he put on the table, where many people in the media were speaking, unfortunately, against it, as these things actually happen. And annexations potentially could have happened in various different parts of Israel. Really, Israel, we know what the biblical map of Israel will actually look like at the time of Mashiach comes. And we don't need, once again, this will all come into fruition, Be'ezrat Hashem, soon. But it's actually interesting. I mean, all these different things he did. He spoke very highly of Israel the whole time throughout the tenure in of itself. But what I find staggering is that I find absolutely unbelievable, this statistic. The Times of Israel tonight actually reported a survey, a poll, that said that the Jewish voters, 68% versus 25%, is in Kamala Harris's favor over here, which I find staggering over here, because I don't think Joe Biden has been so great for Israel. In fact, Alan Dershowitz just is not part of the Democratic Party anymore because of, let's just say, the attitude they have had for Israel during this time period. It's been widely reported. This is over here. So I find that astounding how much support she is getting over the former President Donald Trump. Is actually getting only 25%. I find that they quote over here that the survey released, it was by the Jewish Democratic Council of America, which shows 68% of Jewish voters planning to vote for Harris, the Democratic nominee, and only 25% planning to vote for Donald Trump, the Republican nominee. So I'm very surprised, because he has been much more warmer with regards to Israel's goals inside this current war since last Simchat Torah, last October the 7th, 2023, after the atrocities that happened there. He's obviously been much more vocal, much more supportive of Israel, I would say, to get the job done, and how that we should win the war unequivocally. He has been much more straight within regards to that. And how worrying it could be, say that, in my opinion, this is obviously, if Kamala Harris does win, it's going to be, we've got the Prime Minister of England is Keir Starmer, and she will be the president at the point. We don't know what measurements they could take against Israel next. We don't know. There's, especially in the Democratic Party, many people, when Benjamin Netanyahu came to speak in America, only, I think, just over nearly 2 months ago it was, some of the Democratic people did not actually turn up. It was the vast majority of the Republicans were there and gave Netanyahu, the current Israeli Prime Minister, a standing ovation over there. But some of them didn't turn up. I think on that day, Kamala Harris was not also showing up also over there on that specific day when he addressed the Congress. And I thought his speech over there was absolutely incredible on that day itself. So this is going to be worrying, I believe, that if she does win. I'm surprised that as many as 68% would have backed her, because I'm just seeing, just through my friends alone, that especially just on social media, it seems like people are supporting Trump a lot more. But there's various different parts of American Jewry. Some are part of the reform community, some are part of conservative Jewry, let's just say, over there. And most of my friends would probably obviously classify themselves in the Orthodox sphere within regards to obviously their Jewish denomination over there. So it surprises me that 68% would give that. I personally, I think, look, at the end of the day, we can say that everything is in Hashem's hands, first of all. Whoever is going to win, really, it's Hashem dictating everything that's going to go on. And we never know. Maybe come what may, maybe Donald Trump might not be as good as he was the first time around he was a president. We don't really know. Also, that, to be fair, it could be that if Kamala Harris does win, it could be she might end up being better than we thought she would be. But I just think, just based on the actions Donald Trump took in the last presidency, where he had tabled the deal of the century, which is not necessarily totally perfect for Israel. He recognized Jerusalem, he did the Abraham Accords and many different measurements over there. He's been supportive, let's just say, of Israel and its war aims over here. And, the history of Kamala Harris over here with regards to Israel speaks for itself. She didn't even turn up when Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, turned up to Congress in his emphatic speech over there. So, personally, I think that Donald Trump is going to be much better for Israel. And it is important. It's very, very key thing. What's relationship between America and Israel is very, very key ingredient, very key figure within regards to this. And let's hope, whatever it is, Hashem, it's all going to be orchestrated from Hashem, and it's going to bring blessings to Israel and blessings to the whole world. We're just going to see good things. Be'ezras Hashem, we're going to see the rebuilding of the third Beit HaMikdash. B'mheira b'yameinu. Amen.